Singapore is an iconic target. It's a high value, highly priced target. It's a global city. Also, it's a city that has linkages to the United States. The prime enemy of the contemporary groups that are operating in Singapore's immediate neighborhood, and some of these groups are directly linked to Al-Qaeda. Singapore government disrupted a large-scale terrorist attack that would have killed a few thousand people if it was successfully carried out in December of 2001 or in early 2002. Fortunately, it was disrupted by the Singapore government. Since then, also terrorists planned to hit Singapore. There are many documents that were recovered, and I want to specifically cite a letter that Nuruddin Muhammad Top, the head of the Al-Qaeda in the Malay archipelago, he wrote, where he said that America, Britain, Australia and Singapore are drinking the blood of the Muslims. And this letter was recovered soon after Al-Qaeda in the Malay archipelago hit the Australian embassy in Jakarta. So we can see that the threat to Singapore has been sustained. Singapore security is dependent on maintaining a dynamic security system. That is, the Singaporean law enforcement, military and intelligence officers must understand that the threat is constantly changing. So Singapore must be like the shadow, constantly developing new capabilities to protect Singapore. Because there are new technologies, new tactics, new techniques the terrorists are constantly developing. Singapore must have a very good idea of what is happening. Only then Singapore can protect itself. If Singapore's security becomes routine, then the terrorists will attack. So what is important is to build and sustain a dynamic security system which is unpredictable. For example, with the Mumbai attacks, we saw that armed assault combined with suicide operations. But until Mumbai, Singapore prepared for the vehicle-borne suicide attack and for the human-borne suicide attack. But now Singapore is well prepared to counter a Mumbai-style attack. So what is important is for Singapore to keep a very sharp eye on the regional and the global developments and constantly improve its security. Singapore is doing that. That's why it has not suffered a terrorist attack so far. So it has built what you call a dynamic system. But for the future, this level of dynamism must be maintained.